Hello friends, just today I am going to discuss one of the most important topics like pandas. So panda, and you can also say like a Python pandas. So Python's library for a data analytics. So panda is the Python library for data analysis. So panda has derived its name from like a panda data system. You can see just like a panel data system. Just if you like studies as econometrics is the one of the subject. It's most of the post graduations. If you study the better organizations, so econometrics is a very vast subject. So today we are looking at so many things like big data analytics and artificial intelligence. All most of the some it's related to the econometrics. So these things just using a pandas like it's a open source, so don't worry, just you can use anywhere. And why do we use a pandas? It's a panda. It's the most popular library in the scientific Python ecosystems and for doing a data analytics. And it can read and write the many different data frames like integer, floats, double. These are the types of the data, and it can calculate all possible ways that data is organized like across a rows and down column also. It support reshaping a different into the different forms. So let's start. It's the structure of the data, yani pandas data structures. So a data structure means it's a particular way of sorting and organizing a data in a computer. So two basic data structures, one is the series and another is the data frame. So today I want to try to discuss the series in the briefly. Just what series like a one dimensional data of a Python pandas, and data frames you can say the two dimensional data structure in Python pandas. One of the most important things, just like a panda also supports the another data structures like called a panel data, and also like a time series data analysis is the also the things. So let's say what is the difference between the series and data frame. So you can say the basic it's a dimensions like one dimensions is the series data, and it's a data frame like a two dimensions. Another types of the data you can say like a homogeneous, like all the elements must be the same data types in the series object. And similarly the heterogeneous means data frame objects can have elements of the different data types. And you can also like mutability means value are mutable in the series, and value are it's also like you can say in two dimensions value is, are mutable here. But one most thing is a value mutable means the elements of the value can change. And another is the here is also we can say in the both in the series and data frame. So you can change the value, but what's the difference? The size is immutable in series, size of the data. So in the series the data size of the series objects once created cannot be changed in the series, but data frame like a size mutable. So size of data frame of object once created it can change in place. Okay, so this is the most important thing. So let's start a practical here. So what should first we need to the import pandas as a pd. So I import, let's one thing just here, just if you are not aware, it's this is the Google platform. This is called a Google Colab, and I have already discussed the multiple platform in the basics. So how do we implement a Pythons in the multiple platform like Applets, like VS Codes. So if you don't know about these things, so go and watch my previous video. So it's better to understand what is the Pythons and how do we implement the codes on Python. So let's say here import import. Okay, you need to write the small letter import import pandas pandas as pd. And another we need also the another library like a numpy. So import numpy as a np. So we want to the numpy like a prefer like a choice. Most of the time we are creating a data something. So import numpy as a np. If you don't know about the numpy, you must watch my previous video. I have already created the multiples of the video as numpy. So let's see. There are two libraries we has been imported, and now the series is imported the data structures of the pandas. So it's an array in the actual data, and it is also associated with the array indexes like a numeric index, and another is the data labels, label of the index. So index it will start from like a 0. So creating a series objects, so series types of object it can be created like a multiple ways using. So you can say the create an empty series. So create an empty series like we can say a name of the series pandas dot series. You can write here like a equal to pandas pd. We have taken an alias. The pd is the pandas dot and it's a series. Yes, you must write here the capital here, and it's a this is called an empty series. Okay, and we have created this is the name of the a1. Yeah, it's right here. The a1 is the one object, and now I want to go here the print a1 variable, and you can see here. So you can see here it's a data types like an object, and this is the empty series. Same created the non-empty series. So non-empty series means you have already the previous data, you have created the some data, and then we want to create something here. So it's a this is called a like a so how do we create a non-empty? Let's go here, and now I am going to the use here something like a obj object. It's a obj object 1, and it should be equal to like a we are going to pd and dot series dot it's a series, and now I want to create the some range here. We'll start the range like a range. It's a range, and just go and create here the plane, and then we want to the plane for obj1 object 1 obj it's a 1, and it's go here, and it has been printed like a it's a one is the first is the indexing here, and another is the value when we start from the 0 to 9. It's a range here. So look here, it's a range 10 means it's a generate the sequence of 10. So till 9 because it's a 10 is the excluded here, and similarly the string is a represent of the like a series object 1. So it's a left column displays like a index, and the right column displays like a it's a value like it's a 0th column has been given like this. So it's the easiest way. Other way we can also like if I want to create another value, it's a basic we want to put here like a object 2 here obj2, and it should be equal to pd dot series like it's a pd dot series, and we can create a inside just some value like a 3.5. It's a float, and now we can write it a 5, and it's a create here 6.5 like this, and dot 8 point something. All these are the floats value. And then I want to go here, it's a print obj2. It's a very basic rule for it. So it has been created like this one. So it is just like it's a view data, so you can create. So similarly, if so many questions write code to create a series objects using a Python sequence like this. So this is the way we can create this one. So I hope everyone has been created, but series object one you can write this one. So print the series object. Other things is also similar. So let's see similarly, just if you want to the create the some string here also, so it's a possible to string. Yeah, absolutely, it's a possible. Let's I am going to the edit here and just go here, and I am just writing here it's a o, and another is a comma. You can write here it's a h, and next you can write here like a b, and let's go and print here. So it's a possible you can print this way. So this is the other way we can write, and we can create a data as a series. Similarly, we can write this so many things. So let's here I can write here I, and another is the I am, and third we can write like a Python. So it's a Python, and then okay, it's a Python, and look here, just we can create like this way. It's a yeah, I am Python. So similarly, just we can specific data as and the ND array. So ND array, so we can arrange this data. It's a different way also, like a and so the data attribute can be the n dimensional array, which also we can see here. So n dimensional array, and we can create a multiple way. So let's see if like the one of the data we are going to create here. So it's a look here, creating like a series objects using the n dimensions array. So first I am going to write here it's a obj object. It's a 3, and this will equal to pd dot series and let us start here, and I am using the numpy np linspace. Just I have already discussed np dot linspace lin, so it's a linspace, and I am going to create it's a 24 to 60 comma 64, and it will take a difference like a 5, and just go and print here obj3, and let's go. So your data has been created like this 24 34. It's a this means you are creating like it will start from the 24, but I want to create only the 5 data. Similarly, just we want to go here, it's a change here the 10. So I want to create only the 10 data. So let's say, so this data has been created like a 10. Another just NDRE just had it has been created like a suppose next way. So it will start like a 3 and 5, and there are the some titles here, and you write here obj object is a 4 should be equal to pd dot series, so series and parenthesis np dot title tile tile, it's a, and it's a parenthesis. Let's go start here 3 comma 5 and it's a 2, and then let's go here print object obj, it's a 4, and I think just I first it has been created, and I think just okay, I need to, it has been closed 5 and comma 2. Okay, let's do it. Same mistake here. So you need to write this way, and this 3 to 5. This means we are going to the 3, 5, and then again I am going to write here the 3 and 5. This is the tile. So a specific data as a like a Python, we can also create a dictionary. We have already studied in the basic the dictionary, like it has been created with the curly brackets. So let's see, we are going to create a data with a dictionary. So it's object 5 obj, and it's a 5 should be equal to pd dot series and it's a parenthesis, that's the curly brackets. Go and create here the curly bracket like a Jan and now it's a 31, another month here, Feb, and it's a curly bracket like a 28 days, and it's a comma, it's a March, and next it's 31. So it has been created like a, and now I want to the means most of the time just you can see the dictionary. It has been like keys and values dependent on the first is the key, another is the values here. So Jan is the key, another 31 is the value. So let's go the print here obj object, it's a 5, and now I am going to the print here. So it has been created like a dictionary way. So it's a multiple way we can create a data, different types. So let's see, just if you want to like create the different way of these data, and sometimes you want to the index according to your requirement. So specify a data as a like a scalar value. So the data, it can be in the form of the single value, like, or a scalar value. But if the data is a scalar value, then index arguments to series functions must be provided. So let's see, just I am going to create here, it's a like this, 1 minute, just I am going to create in the data frame 6. So let's obj, the 6 should be equal to, write the pd dot a series, and I am putting the only single value like a 10, and just a range of index you can write here. Index I want to put here index, and should be equal to, will equal to range. It will start like a 0, 1. Index, yeah, RANG, yeah, it's right. And then we want to print here obj 6, object 6 here. So let's see, just I have got in like some column here, index, it's some mistake here, index index, and then we are going to the print here. So one object has been printed and it will start like a, it's a 0. Similarly, just if I want to the like a create a like a 15, and it's a range like a, I am going to write here something like a, it's a 15, is that different? But index range, just I am going to index range, it will start from like this, index and range I am going to write here 1, 6, 2. So let's see, just I am going to index range is the 1, 6, and but we are going to getting a differences for the 2. So your first will be start from the 1, then you can edit the 2, 3, and 3 to edit 5. So we will get a value like a, this one, 1, 3, and 5 here. It's easy to the index like a. But if you want to index like something, you start in like this type of the, you can create the one variable like a Python, Python, it's a Python, and another just like a index is the something like a some list here. So index should be equal to, and just I am going to the erasure and create a list like you can write here is the DALI, DELHI, another index, and it's a writer window like INTO, and next index will be like a similar. Like this. So okay, like this, and now I am going to the index here. Okay, I am just type, okay, sorry, just index I have range, no need to the range here, and PSTHF Python, and let's go here. Just we have printed and it's 0 index. There are 3 index I have mentioned here, and all index contain the same link, same text here. So this is the another way we can create here different types of the data. Same we can use also like if one digits is also set. So these are the multiple way we can create a series data. So creating a series as a object like additional functions, specifying the adding the nan value a series objects is also possible. Like let's go and create here some value. It's a object 7 obj. It's a 7 obj 7 should be equal to pd dot series and it's a parenthesis, create a list like a 6.5 dot comma, it's a np dot 9, it's a nn 9 np dot 9, and then we are going to create next is here 2 point something 45, and let's go and print here. So obj 7 has been like you can see like okay, just what's a problem nan 9 and it's a close here the bracket object 7. What's the problem? F6 nan. Okay, okay, we need to the right. It's a capital N here. nan. And then we go here. Okay, again we are getting the same problem. np dot nan. Okay, 2.4. So np was the removed. So initially Python 2.0. So np dot nan. Okay, use np dot nan. So okay, then set nan. Let's see, and then we can see here nan has been printed here. So it's a multiple way we can create a multiple way. It's a data has been created, and another just if you want to create some data like it's a one of the data has been created. It's a obj it's a 8, and it should be equal to like a pd dot series parenthesis, and we are going to create here like a ta will equal to, it's a list has been created like a 32 comma 34 comma 35, and it's a index has been given like a index, and it is also with the list here like a it's a creator b, and this one is a c, and let's see here Pandas, because and that's an object 8 here and obj 8, object 8, and again just I am going to okay double commas, and then we will see here. Okay, again we are getting the same problem. What's the problem? It's a one data it like one is the list, and next there's the index 1, 2, and 3, and it has been closed in the list. Series. Okay, DA, PA. So one is the data will equal to list panda dot series, and will started data should be equal to like there are the 3 lists here, and another is the object is here. So yeah, look here. So it has been printed like this. So indexing like a ABC. So you can change the index according to your requirement here. So these are the basic concepts to create a data. Let's see. Another is you can see like like if you want to you write some section in the class, and it's a number of the student if the other side list, and this is the also way we can create. So these are the basic concepts to you can use like in the data. But if you go in the like a series objects attributes, so there are the multiple attributes like the data dot index is the one attribute. So the index of the series. Another is the data dot index dot name. So name of the index. So it can be used like assign the new name to an index. And data dot value means return the series as a ND array. Yeah, ND array like a depending on the data types. Data types like a dot D type dot like if you want to see that shape dot shape, and if you want to say return the number of the bytes using your system, so n bytes, and if you want to see the number of dimensions, so n dim, and if you want to see any size, the dot size, and item size, so you can also item size, and same if you want to see like a return like a true in there are the non values like otherwise a return. So you can write hash name, nans, hash nans, HASNANS. Similarly, if you want to see here the dot empty, like it's a empty sets, and it's a name if you want to dot name. So these are the different way we can check your data like these things. So we have already created and this data, and if you want to see here, so we can see like it's a very easy way. So like if object, so with data O, B and J8, and I want to see dot name, NAM. So it's a easy. So because we want to see it's a name, and you can change the name also, yani name of this series, and it's easy to we can change this name. It's also easy. So these are the basic, and let's try to do here if you want to see the name of the data, and like object 8, and this will equal to like a name should be equal to anything you can write here like MYS, and then I want to write here OBJ object OBJ, it's a 8, and then we can see it has been specified the name of this columns. So it's easy, and you can see it's a data types integer, so also has been described. So let's these are the basic things. And so I hope this will be like a helpful for everyone. And similarly, if you want to like consider like the ascending individual elements and it's a descending, it's a individual elements. So these are the also in the very well. So thank you very much. Just today I can stop here, and next time we will discuss like a slicing from this series and other modifying the elements of the series, uh, and how do we create multiple data. We can edit a data, we can multiply a data, we can like actually these are the not difficult. We can see here it's a we have a different data, and suppose we want to here like a object is here O B E J 8, and I want to the object 7. So O B J, it says 7 objects, and say want to look at, and if you want to look like this one, so your data look like this. Both of the data has been edited here. Similarly, we can multiply this data, so it's a look like a you can do here, and this data has been multiplied here. So we can see in the same way as in the multiplications. If you want to divide this data, so let's say right here, it's a division like a K, say OBJ and like this. So it's a possible. We will see here. So multiple way we can edit, multiply, and these are the aggregations. It is possible to you can do this things. Similarly, if you want to just if you want to get some information like is the greater value of from this data, it's a smaller value of this data. It's also possible in the Pandas. And another thing, just what is the difference between the series objects and the list here. So it's essentially for the 1D, yani series we have already discussed 1D data structures, and list it can be 1D and even a multiple dimensions also. You can say the list it can have a numeric index as well as a level, and it can take a numeric index only. List only you can take a numeric index, and like a series means it's a homogeneous elements. Here is the you can say the heterogeneous list as a heterogeneous elements. So it contains another is the indexes can be duplicate, but indexes cannot be the duplicate in the list. So these are the basics. Try to understand these things. And series objects, and similarly just a series and the dictionary, just it is essential the 1D data structures. Another is the dictionary, it can the 1D and even a multi-dimensions with a nested dictionary in it as a values. So I hope similarly we can understand till here, and next time it's a there are another part we will discuss here. It's a data frame. So data frame, just we have discussed that the data frame is the two-dimensional level array like a Pandas data structures, and that store and ordered collections columns that can be stored data like a different types. So thank you very much.